know, as many hard luck stories with guitar I have. You might think I was into blues, but I'm not. But, you know, I always wanted to play guitar, and, well, I was 12 and a half. I had 20 bucks in my pocket, and I found a yard sale. And so I stopped in that yard sale, and there was an older lady. There's a guitar. And it was a Fender. It was a Stratocaster. It was a Sunburst, and had a zigzag pickguard, and it was fantastic. And I asked, because I only had 20 bucks, but she said, well, you know, my son, he just joined the army, and I really don't, I'm getting rid of his stuff, and I don't know what it's worth. But she knew what it was worth. I said, embarrassed, well, you know, I'm sorry, but I only have $20. But, you know, and then she stopped me for a minute, and she goes, okay, that seems like a fair price. So she gave that to me, and that was really nice. And I went home, and I played that guitar. Didn't know how to play it, but I tried to learn. And within a couple of days, I got beat up by my brother, and he took my guitar around the corner, sold it for a couple $100, came back, gave me $35, and told me I nearly doubled my money. And so, you know, that goes that guitar, my first guitar. And so, you know, a couple years later, my mom, for Christmas, she got me a toy guitar. It was a plastic guitar, had actual metal strings with one of those little amplifiers that you hook to your belt. I still liked it. I played it around a couple of days, and I was playing it in the parlor, and it was dinner time, so I put it down in the parlor, and then my mom, she was you know, triggered for whatever reason, and so she triggered my father, and my father came in. He's yelling, go clean up with this stuff. He picked up my guitar, he threw it across the room, and it snapped, and I was not happy about that. And so yeah, he did me good. After, you know, a little while, he got me a drum, a pretty good snare drum. It was a professional snare drum, and, well, it wasn't a guitar, and I really wanted a guitar. So you know, a kid around the corner I knew, he wanted the drum, and he had a crappy guitar. It was a, you know, acoustic guitar, crappy acoustic guitar, but yet it was a guitar. And so I traded it for that guitar, for that, you know, really good drum. And I got screwed again. Yet I had that guitar, and so I was playing it on the porch just about a week later. And, well, my brother Mark again, you know, he got annoyed that I was playing the guitar while he was trying to take care of his business up in his room, third story, and, you know, other side of the house. Yeah, so he came and he bust that guitar over my head. And so, as you might imagine, guitar playing for a child that had CPTSD already became a trigger. And so I always wanted to learn to play guitar. And so I kept trying, I kept buying, and I kept getting guitars, and I'd get frustrated within the first 20 minutes, and within the first 3-4 minutes, it started getting really hard to play the guitar. So I don't know if you know anything about CPTSD or being triggered, but it's no fun. And so, yeah, I would get frustrated, and I'd spend long periods of time not playing that guitar, and so I didn't get much progress. And just recently, I finally took control of my CPTSD. I healed it, you know, with the gateway experience. And so now I went out and bought a guitar. It's a pretty good guitar, you know. I always wanted, I had one. It's applause. It's a you know. And so I have been listening. I listened to a book. It was the Zen guitar, and it taught me, you know, well, you just don't take it too seriously. You just pick up the guitar, you tune the guitar, you play the guitar, you put the guitar back down, and that's a nice simple thing. And so, you know, that's what I started doing, and I only play about 5 minutes a day every once in a while, building my way up to it. Been a little busy, wasting my time writing stories, and so, you know, now I'm playing the guitar again. And so, but I don't know, you know, like, okay, I must have picked stuff up along the way, so I can play a little better after I process what I want to do. My most impressive skill is a bar A, single finger. I always enjoyed that. I worked on that for a while. And so, yeah, you know. And now I'm getting my little guitar going, and I'm writing my little songs, and I'm trying to get it going. So that's my guitar story.